Hey guys, welcome back to The Binger. Now that Endgame is over, our attention has been turned to the upcoming Marvel movies. Fans are eager to see the return of one hero in particular, Black Panther. Anticipation for this sequel started as soon as the first movie wrapped. Join us as we take a look at some fan theories and everything that we know so far about Black Panther 2. Let's kick this off by looking at some of the basics. Is there anything more important than the release date? Since Endgame dropped, we're all eager to see how Phase 4 moves forward. Spider-Man Far From Home was initially pegged as the first film of this new phase, until a couple of months ago. It's actually the last movie of Phase 3. Once that one is out of the way, things are going to look a little different across the MCU. There are several movies in the works, including Doctor Strange 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and of course, Black Panther 2. They're all hotly anticipated, but when can we expect Black Panther 2 to land? Unfortunately, we're going to be in for a little bit of a wait, as there still isn't a script. Ryan Coogler is supposedly set to start writing the screenplay this year, with an expected shoot date of late 2019 or early 2020. He better get a move on. An official release date hasn't been confirmed yet, but Disney did post a plethora of dates connected to Marvel movies. Though each one doesn't have a movie attached to it, it's most likely we'll see Black Panther 2 hit theaters on November 6, 2020 or February 12, 2021. Marvel Studios won't release something that they're not entirely happy with, so don't be surprised if it ends up being pushed back a little. A lot goes into these movies, you know. At the end of the last movie, T'Challa decided to go public and tell the world about Wakanda's incredible technology. Killmonger might have been one of the first people to try and use the nation's tech for his own despicable plots, but he may not be the last. Although Wakanda played a key part in Avengers 3 and Endgame, we still don't have an idea of how the rest of the world feels about T'Challa's revelation. Let's face it, governments can be greedy and cruel. We've already seen this in the MCU. What's to say that Wakanda might have to stand against some real power to keep what's theirs? Even Tony Stark had to push back when the government wanted the technology for his Iron Man suit. That's a drop in the ocean compared to what Wakanda is packing. It might not be a major plot force in the second movie, but it certainly has the potential to be. The people of Wakanda are proud and honorable. They aren't going to bow down to instruction easily. This could set the stage for some interesting battles and could also brew some inner tension with the Avengers. We all saw what happened in Captain America: Civil War. There's nothing quite as epic as a gang of superheroes split down the middle. As far as kings go, T'Challa is a stand-up guy if you ask us. He hasn't beheaded anyone, and he hasn't had a million wives, so he's already doing better than some historical leaders. While he's largely loved by his people and held in high regard, every king has his enemies. There will always be people that will question a leader's ability to lead. That's just part and parcel of life, but T'Challa has made some crucial decisions that could have riled up the opposition even more. There are some that question his decision to take Wakanda public. He might have done it for the greater good, but he's also put a target on that nation. Besides that, the battle against Thanos in Avengers 3 happened at Wakanda, so he put his people on the front line. It's just simple logic that people are going to be peeved about the loss of life thanks to T'Challa's orders. Could Black Panther face being overthrown? It certainly would make for some impressive visuals, however, this might be a little too similar in nature to Civil War. Some fans think it's a strong possibility, but the jury is still out on this one. We're not sure where to stand, but one thing is for sure, we stand with T'Challa. Michael B. Jordan's character Killmonger is a pivotal part of the Black Panther universe. There wouldn't have been a first movie without him and the conflict that develops between him and T'Challa. In the end, he is slain with his own weapon, but T'Challa offers him the opportunity to live. He says that Wakanda science can save him, but he refuses, asking to be buried at sea. It was a touching scene that was tragically beautiful, bringing the tormented character to an end, or so we thought at the time. In reality, the MCU has the ability to bring back any character at any time. That's what's so great about comics. They're completely nuts. Anything can happen at any time. The movies are a little different though. We've yet to see it happen on screen. As soon as Black Panther 2 was announced, rumors started flying around about the return of Killmonger. Michael B. Jordan enthusiastically said in an interview that he would love to be part of the universe again, but no one officially confirmed it. Then in January, while attending the Screen Actors Guild Awards, Angela Bassett and her husband Courtney B. Vance let the cat out of the bag. Pardon the pun. However, when Chadwick Boseman was asked the same question by MTV News, he refused to say anything about it whatsoever. Quote unquote, "If I tell you what I think about it, it would be revealing something," he said. So basically, by not saying much at all, he's already told us that there's something to know. Nicely played, Boseman. Nicely played. Remember way back when T'Challa told Natasha that there was life after the big sleep? He says, quote, "It's more of a stepping off point. You reach out with both hands. Bast and Sekhmet, they lead you into the green veldt where you can run forever," unquote. In Wakanda, they strongly believe that passing away isn't the end of things. You just move into the Ancestral Plane. T'Challa saw it with his own eyes after eating the heart-shaped herb where he connects with the spirits of those that came before him. In the comics, the Ancestral Plane is mentioned several times, so this could be potentially where Killmonger finds his way back into the MCU. It's not a bad way for writers to bring back some much-loved Wakandan characters, is it? If Black Panther has to revisit the Ancestral Plane for any reason, then he could meet Killmonger instead. It's a great prospect that could see the complicated character present a different, more peaceful side. He deserves that arch after everything he's been through. Failing that, T'Challa could use the resurrection altar to bring Killmonger back, but what good would that do in the long run? While we love the idea of the character being reborn, it would take a lot of emotional investment out of the MCU. If people kept springing back to life, we might take them for granted. It's no secret that Marvel likes to leave little Easter eggs throughout their movies to tease what's coming in the future. A lot of the time, these little lines or images go by pretty much unnoticed. Their significance is only recognized when the future events have passed, leaving us all asking why we didn't notice something obvious. Fans are cottoning on to this routine. It only took 22 movies, but we got there. In Endgame, Natasha is talking to Okoye via hologram. During the check-in, Okoye mentions earthquakes off the coast of Wakanda. It's quickly dismissed as a natural occurrence, and the conversation moves on like it really means nothing, but it could mean everything. There's speculation that this small snippet could indicate the introduction of Namor the Submariner. This character hasn't been touched upon in the MCU, but in the golden age of comics, Namor was up there with Captain America and the Human Torch. Doctor Strange director Scott Derrickson fueled these rumors when he posted a picture of a 2011 comic featuring Strange and Namor on the cover. The caption read, "Are you experienced?" It was cryptic and it drove fans wild. Derrickson quietly deleted the post afterward, but many believe this was a giant teaser for the upcoming Doctor Strange 2. In the comics, Namor rules over Atlantis and has numerous run-ins with Wakanda. So not only could the underwater hero be part of the Doctor Strange world, but he could show up in Africa to make some waves too. Kevin Feige has wanted the character to turn up for a while now. Plus, this would be a direct hit to DC's Aquaman, as the two are strikingly similar. There could be a little bit of red tape involved, as Universal currently holds the rights to Namor. Still, where there's a will, there's a way. Shuri went over huge with audiences. She's popular as a comic book character too, but actress Letitia Wright brought the role to life in an electrifying way. Shuri isn't just a technological wizard, she's an incredible warrior in her own right. Her effect on Wakanda on the whole cannot be underestimated. After all, she invented the technology that makes her brother's suit so great. Oh, and she almost managed to remove the Mind Stone from Vision in Avengers 3. She got further than Bruce Banner did, at least. In Endgame, Shuri was kicking butt and taking names alongside the best of them. This is a great prerequisite to what eventually happens to her character in the comic books. After T'Challa is injured, she takes over the Black Panther mantle. Can we expect to see Shuri do the same in the MCU? Wright has said that she would do it to stay true to the source material, but who knows? Marvel is trying to put more of an emphasis on female-led movies, so this would be a brilliant avenue to explore. Shuri deserves it, as she's pretty much the brains behind the whole operation. If we had to put money on it, we would have guessed that Lupita Nyong'o's character Nakia would end up the Queen of Wakanda. However, the comics tell a very different story. T'Challa crosses paths with Ororo Munroe, better known as X-Men's Storm. Eventually, the two fall in love and get married. It might seem like a strange union, but it happens. Now that Disney and Fox have merged, it leaves the door wide open for those two worlds to collide. Nakia has been absent for Avengers 3 and Endgame, so could this be a teaser that she and T'Challa have parted ways for good? It may well be, but it also could mean absolutely nothing. A lot of people would have extreme nerdgasms if Storm and Black Panther got together, and it would certainly signify the start of something brand new. If Phase 4 is going to contain some big changes, and we already know that it will, then why not mix things up in this way? Although, Storm actress Alexandra Shipp isn't a huge fan of the idea. According to her, the partnership would be detrimental to her character. She said, quote, "I don't think Storm needs T'Challa, and I think she needs her own movie," end quote. The actress went on to say that a woman does not need a man in order to give her validity. Shipp is also quick to point out that Storm has been around longer than Black Panther has. It sounds like someone really isn't a huge Wakanda fan, doesn't it? Guess we'll have to wait a little while before we see T'Challa with a queen unless Nakia makes a surprise return appearance. At this point, we're not ruling anything out. Everything is wide open. Isn't that exciting? We may have even given writers some ideas. Wakanda forever! What theories have you invested in? Sound off in the comments section. Before you go, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with us. Until next time, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.